Born to run, baby. Born to run. Welcome to the De Leon.
Well, hello there, hobbyists. This is Rob De Leon with the De Leon Hobby Garage, and today we are hanging out in the hobby garage on a very slow and warm Sunday afternoon. I still have a big mess around here, and I still haven't had a lot of time to put stuff away, but I just wanted to give you kind of a little bit of an update as to what's going on. We had a nice 4th of July with family here. There's no fireworks up here. They're prohibited because of the forest fire issues. Kind of missed that thing. I've always used to taking the kids out to go see fireworks at the different fireworks shows. I've just been sitting in here, and I've got this whole stack of HO chassis here that I have been going through, trying to find different wheels and tire combinations for these. Now, this was part of a set that was given to me by a friend of mine named Joe. Not the Joe that you've seen on the channel before, but a different Joe I used to know back in the 80s and 90s. And since he's moved on, he doesn't do slot car stuff anymore. So I basically have his whole collection, and I think I've shown this off on another video. So what I'm trying to do is replace all the tires on these cars, because most of them are cracked. And I'm trying to also get the cars cleaned up and clean all the contacts, clean all the shoes. And if the car has mix match wheels, I'm trying to find the correct wheels for it. There are a lot of nice cars here, like this one here's got mix match wheels on it. So I think I have the wheels for this. I can go through this stack of stuff and find everything I need. Basically just cleaning up these cars. Here's a van I just finished right now. You can see it's got a real nice shine to it. And put a new set of tires on these. Polished up the shoes and gave a little bit of a chrome finish to the bumper because it was kind of, I guess the bumper was kind of losing its chrome. And other than that, this one can go into the display case now. It's really clean. I've got a bunch of vans here that I'm still working on. This one here I haven't even started. So that one's just sitting here. And I do have the Corvette in primer now. So this is going to be one of those yellow 24-hour Le Mans Corvettes. I've got the decal sheet for it. And as soon as that primer dries, we'll be putting on a coat of yellow, and then we'll go to town there. As you can see, I've since added a Super International, let me see if I can point the right way, Super International Raceway. And my goal there is to put that track on a 4x8 sheet. Whatever will fit, that's what we're going to run. Because it's going to be a track I'm going to have to take down and pull up every time I'm not using it. It can't be in here permanently. There's not enough room. With the workbench, the 1/24th scale track layout, and the racing sim behind this workbench here, there's just no room to do another track. So that one's going to most likely be set out onto the stoop of this garage. We'll put it on some horses. We'll have fun with it, and then I will pick it up and lean it up against a wall somewhere. So I'm going to find a way to maybe, once that's all set up, have it so it doesn't come off the board. That might be a little more difficult than I'm thinking, but I'm going to try it and see what happens. I also have a bunch of extra AFX pieces. So I've got some of these guardrails, the new style guardrails with the fence on them. And I've also got a 12-inch and 9-inch banked curves. So we're going to try to see if we can set up some sort of NASCAR track for that. I will show you the drag strip. The drag strip is almost finished. I'm just kind of adding in some little details because I'm trying to make it look more scale. So you're going to see that I've got this little snack shack that I printed. I don't have a proper design program to use, so I'm still using Tinkercad, which is a real pain to use. It's simple in its design form, but unfortunately, to try to get more complicated things out of it, it's kind of difficult. But so anyway, I got the little snack shack. I'm going to probably do a little more landscaping, and then I'm going to have to tape up all of my surface foam together. I can start seeing it's kind of warping, you know, maybe with the heat in here and stuff. So it'll look like it's one big long landscape, and that'll also sit just underneath the track itself. I've just been collecting some cars, and you can see I'll maybe put up a little video of some of the cars I've got here. These here I'm going to try to restore. I know this one here would be kind of expensive if you were trying to buy this one used like this. But I'm going to try to see if I can restore most of these. And then most of the cars I have are going to be used for the drag strip, and some of them will be used for the oval track. And so that takes care of that. I've been doing some RC stuff lately, not a whole lot. As you can see here, I've got a Tamiya buggy champ here that has to be built. And I've got a couple of other RCs that have been waiting to get ran so I can do some run videos on them, or maybe do a video on them. But you know, I haven't really had a whole lot of time. It's kind of weird. I thought when I moved up here, I would have a whole lot of time to work on my stuff. And it turns out that I'm no better for time up here than I was living in my other house. I'm still working, but remotely from my old job. And the weekends, usually if I'm not with family, we're doing other stuff to try to still continue to clean up and move stuff into this house. We're waiting for all that stuff to happen so that I can start clearing this place out and then use this space here for what it was intended to come out and race and stuff like that. It's probably right now more 70% storage and 30% actual playtime. You know, there's not much I can do because there's not a whole lot of room. We'll eventually get that finished out. Been wanting to do some Lego builds because I've got some new Legos, got a Batmobile Lego. At this point right now, I am still under contract trying to sell my old house. And if you've ever sold a house, you know how stressful that can be. So my mind has not really been a whole lot on building things or coming out here and playing or doing some racing, slot car racing, anything. I've been completely consumed with trying to sell my house. And that process, we had a hiccup that was really weird. My realtor had never seen this kind of situation before, but we got through it. And I think the buyers were kind of all inching along closer to that, you know, closing of escrow. Probably have another 2 weeks or so, and hopefully everything plays along, you know, inspections, and you've got your appraisals and stuff like that. So my mind's been kind of consumed by that stuff. So again, I haven't even considered opening up any of these tracks or anything like that to start playing with them or put them together. But I think once we get that done and the house is sold, everything is settled, then I can start concentrating. Okay, now I have some, you know, room in my head to start having some fun and doing some things. I haven't even done a whole lot of videos lately just because I just have been just thinking about selling the house and going back and forth with that. That's really all I have for you today. So I'm trying to look around and see. Of course, I still have to work on the 1/24th scale track landscape. I've got a bunch of foam that I purchased, so I'm going to at some point get back to that and start finishing that whole landscape, finish it up. I might even change the landscape type. I had that desert kind of look, and I might start transitioning to more of a kind of a mountainous foothill type of look. And see how that goes. I don't know if it's going to work with my layout, but I like the idea of having more natural landscape on the layout. That's something I'm going to get to as well. All right, guys. Well, that's it for today, and I will talk to you later. Well, thanks for watching, and bye for now.